Ewela. Welcome to another episode of Easy Sports. And today I'm joined by CJ N, Melly, Shaba. How's the chits?
Yo, we got Cecil, we got Siobhan, we got Hector. What's up, guys? I've missed all of you, man. Like, I've been watching you guys and all your inputs. I'm so happy to be here, man. I'm just happy to be here.
I know. It's good
Happy
to
to
Are you?
have
Are
you.
you? Are you?
Happy to have you.
Yeah. Are you sure the
Glad I'm
excitement
not
is not
surrounded
from
by
Ten
Chelsea
Hag?
fans again.
What's Cecil saying?
We're
What
30
did you say?
seconds in, and we're 30 seconds in, and Shivar decides to be a. I'm not gonna say the word because there's kids watching.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Shots.
All right. I think we know where we're gonna start our conversation. I think we all know where we're gonna start. Of course, yesterday's thriller at Anfield. That's got Sihle in drinking on a Monday. How you feeling,
No.
man?
Oh, you wanna? Start,
I
do
don't
you
think
wanna
it's
start with?
that's got Cecily drinking on a
Nah.
Monday.
It's
Yeah,
the
it
kind
is.
it's the kind regards. It's the kind regards.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a thriller of a game. I
Mm,
know both teams can play better football. I think it was more technical than anything.
mm,
And it was great to see. And this is probably going to be like the only positive that I can come out of the game as a whole. It was great to see two, I'd say, fairly young managers new to the league, giving us what we ask for, which is it's very very technical. Like the way that they switch players just because a new player has been introduced in a position, and then they switch them around, and only like later on you pick up, oh, the reason why this player came on in this particular position is because it was an outlet for the opponent. It's brilliant to watch. I'm sorry, I love those small intricacies that are involved in a football game, because it's not as just hoofing the ball as EPL what used to be, where you just hoof it and hope for the best. It's nice to see. It was a controlled mid-tempo game that, oh, okay, cool. If I speak on the officiating, I think I'm probably going to blow a fuse, and I'm not going to do that. I think, yeah, my son is going to bed now, so I can't really shout and swear. Um, but it's actually very irritating. And I think we're at the point where everyone says, well, it happened to us last week, so you should also take
mm.
it. Here's a bit of Vaseline. And it shouldn't be like that, guys. It really shouldn't. The officiating is ruining something beautiful. Like, you had, I don't know how many people in the world tuned in to that one game, and idiots, freaking four idiots. That's the three officiators on the park, and the VAR. Okay, VAR, it's two. So five idiots just ruin a game that had the potential of being great. And it's starting to be a thing. It's a trend, and in it being a trend, it seems to be very rampant at certain stadiums. You go to Anfield, you know for a fact that, yeah, some of the decisions are not going to go your way. And the commentator said this twice. I guess it's just one of those things. Fuck that.
Mm. Look,
Sorry, man.
look,
Fuck that.
dude. I agree with you. The officiating was horrendous. Like even Tosin should not have even been on the pitch. He
Yeah.
should have gone. Like we can all agree on that. That Sancho
Yeah.
one, if it was given, I wouldn't complain, right?
Same.
Yeah.
But it wasn't given,
Even
and you're
even
glad.
the even the one that was given on Curtis Jones. After I saw that back, I'm like, this is
Not a
not a
pen.
this is not a pin. It's
Mm,
good that VAR overturned it. Finally, did something good. I think VAR did two things good. It got both. It had two big decisions, and it got both of them correct. Um, but yeah, and what I always notice is, Sitle, you said it's the three people
mm.
on the pitch. Everybody forgets about the fourth official. You know, he doesn't do anything.
Fuck, it doesn't do
Yeah.
anything.
He puts his board up, but he's the guy that gets sworn at by the managers the whole game. And he's just
Nah,
like, bruh, I can't.
I find him useless. And guys, I think I watched quite a bit of football this past weekend. I was working, and so I was just football as entertainment, and it's a thing.
Mm,
It's a genuine thing, and I'm at the point of having an AI freaking go right ahead and officiate these matches. I know it's going to take away from I don't know. Everyone says, "Oh, it's exciting." It's not exciting when you're on the losing end, and you can see you being cheated, because that's what it is. It's downright being cheated. And I'm not gonna sit here act holier than thou that, oh, we Chelsea hasn't benefited this season from bad officiating. I mean, there was that, I can't remember which game it was, but there was a clear pen where one of our defenders held back a striker, and there was a clear pen, and it wasn't given. And I said it right there and there that, like, this should have been given, and everyone got on the bandwagon, but it wasn't. So we move on. And now that it comes back to haunt us, it's like, oh crap. And it really is quite painful. It's because we were the better side.
no,
And
you were not. No, you were
I'm still
not.
Mm,
talking. Give me, I'm still talking.
Okay,
This is my
goodbye.
view.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
thank you. Thank
okay.
you. You're forgetting I'm the administrator. I can kick you off if I feel like it. But
I got the
we
link. I'll
we
come back.
block your ass. We were a better side in the team, and I think in the first half especially, what you guys were doing was just looking for Salah on the one side, and that was your output. Oh, sorry, not out your outlet. And we were playing football, and that pen that should have been given, that everyone knows what I'm speaking on, would have changed the game for us because
The
we had
Sancho
the
one.
upper hand at that time.
yeah, it's
The
essential.
Sancho one.
The Sancho
Yeah.
one. We had the upper hand, and honestly, I will take in input from everyone that know. I honestly, I was watching the game, and I thought we went to Anfield and we played some good football.
So
I've got also on things that we could do better. It's a new manager. He's what, 4 or 5 games? Oh, sorry, 6 games in or 7 games, whatever the amount of games he's in. I can understand. Some of the decisions that he made were, oh, okay, but we live and we learn and we move on. Anyway, I've spoken. I don't want to start crying because like it's irritating. I'll hand over to Mr. VAR himself.
Look, I agree with a lot of what you said. In fact, I think the only thing I disagree with is when you say you were the better team. You were definitely not the better team. You were on top
I agree.
in moments.
I agree.
You like it wasn't a one team dominated type of game. It was a sort of a
Here's
game
your
of chess.
chance. Yeah, yeah.
It was sort of a game of chess. Like Maresca did something and then Slot reacted and then Slot was on top and then Maresca tweaked something and it
Yep.
was a bit of back and forth. But on the whole, I think Slot won that game. Our midfield was better than yours, as I said beforehand. Our midfield, after, okay, what I think happened, and I thought about it. Initially, I thought we played a bit of a deeper line because Queeve is not as good as Allison, as a sweeper keeper. So I thought that's why we played a little bit deeper. But that's not actually the case. It felt like we were kind of sucking you guys in. And then, as you say, we were looking for that long ball, right?
Yeah.
That's why Gakpo did not look that good, because he's more of a come to feet type of player. But Slot
Yeah.
wanted them to go. And that's why Salah looked a lot better in this game, because he
Yeah.
was going. He wasn't coming to feet. And in the second half, when the substitutions happened, this is when I'm like, okay, I'm happy with my manager now, because it looks like he learned from the mistakes that he made at Forest, and he didn't make the same mistakes again at Chelsea. He didn't keep pushing and pushing and pushing and then get hit on the counter. CFC cheated at Anfield.
I never put
You
that,
really,
by the way. It's
I'm
not
doing,
me.
yeah, it's just a subliminal.
okay,
I'm letting you know that I'm the administrator.
okay,
Yeah, so
okay,
don't careful what you say.
X, between Sihle and I, who do you think would make the better administrator when it comes to anything technical? I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm just gonna leave that one there. Even Sihle is laughing; he knows the answer. But look, I'll leave that one there. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, on the balance of play, I think I don't know the possession stats, but it felt like you guys had more of the ball. Trent was good. Trent was really good defensively. The
Yeah.
only time he looked not even suspect, but the only time he looked troubled was when
Yeah.
Neto came on with pace. And then
Yeah,
what did Slot do? He took off Trent and he
yeah.
put on Joey Gomez. And
Yeah.
then Neto now has to run to the other wing
Move to the other
because he's
side.
not
Yeah.
getting any
Yeah.
joy here. Right?
Mm.
Which also, look, fair enough on Maresca. He realized this. He realized Neto's not beating this guy for pace, for strength. He's not smarter than him. He's not getting any joy. Let's put him on Robertson, who's a little bit tired. Fair enough. This is what we came to see. On the balance of play, I think we were the better side. I think we used the ball better. We got up the pitch better. Slot won the battle of the tactics, and we won the midfield battle. Also, Ryan Gravenberg spinning. Who did he spin? I think it was Caicedo. Ryan
This guy.
Gravenberg spinning Caicedo was just,
Hilarious.
you know,
Hilarious.
just pure joy.
I think the thing that we all tend to do as human beings is when we have a vested interest in something, we tend to look with blinkers on. If we talking about the middle of the park, let's talk about Lavia. I think a lot of people don't want to admit it. Lavia is one for the future. Lavia was brilliant this past
No,
weekend.
he
But
was good, but
and
he wasn't he wasn't Ryan Gravenberg good.
Yeah.
I
There's a
disagree
reason
with you.
why Curtis Jones had all of that space to get into the box, right?
I disagree
And
with you.
Curtis
But
Jones was the
anyway,
other one with the double
I did
pivot.
give I did give that when we've got a vested interest, we'll always watch the game with blinkers on. In that we're
Yep.
focusing more on our players and how brilliant they are. They do one thing, meanwhile the other team is doing 10 different things that are brilliant. But we focus on
You don't
the
notice it,
one
yeah.
thing, and when we walk away, it's oh, do you remember that spin? Meanwhile, the guys that were doing 10 times better. But yes, you were more what's the word? You were more not economical. You were more fluent with your play up front. There's a couple of chances that Chelsea had that normal Chelsea. Fuck, does it even make sense to say normal Chelsea?
Which chances? Because
Yeah,
the
that's
only chance I
Palmer.
really
There's
it was
that
that
Palmer
header
one.
from
there's
Palmer.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's two,
So
two, two for
Palmer played.
Palmer
I think it was a free kick. He played this free. Was it a free kick or a cross? But
right
someone
at
got
the
a
end.
header, like not
Yeah,
right
the
at the end,
Portuguese
but
guy.
close to the
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It was
like
the
there you go.
93rd minute.
no. You're thinking of Neto. Neto also played a ball in late on that someone got on the end of. That
No,
one
no,
I wasn't so
that was
convinced with
Nkunku.
because
There was Nkunku, and then he hit
no.
he hit the
I'm not talking about Nkunku's one. That's separate. Neto played another ball in. It wasn't Palmer. It was Neto played another ball in. Someone got on the end of it, and everyone is like, "Oh!" But I'm looked at
Vega.
it again on the replay, and that man was not balanced to make that header. So if he got
Yeah,
it in, it would have been against his technique rather than for his technique. But
no,
that one, that ball was like people should speak about that more because that was inch perfect. Like
Yeah.
any higher, the player's not getting there. Any lower, the defender's getting there. It was like crisp perfect. And I think it was Vega. He should have done better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have done better. Yeah. And then for you, Melly, as a neutral, how was the game
As a neutral, right, I have to give credit to Liverpool and Slot for what they did, bro. They nullified both Palmer, Sancho. They weren't in the game at all. I didn't see Sancho, and like he had like bursts where he like he had two or three bursts, but other than that, sorry, he wasn't in the game. Palmer wasn't really in the game, so shout out to Slot for doing that. Um, I don't know, man. I like what you guys are talking about when you guys are speaking about the phases that were happening. You know, like people were reacting to tactics and chopping and changing while the game was happening, which was very interesting. So for me, I think this is the best I've seen Chelsea play, but I do think Liverpool played better. I do think
Yeah.
Liverpool played better. They man for man, I think they were better. Trent played incredibly, so did Gravenberch. For Chelsea, I don't know who stood out for me. Like Nicholas Jackson was lucky to break that to score that goal, which was he was played onside by Konate's foot. But other than that, I don't know what Chelsea was doing. You know, like you guys are a very good team. You guys are challenging. I know that the topic of this episode is all Liverpool title contenders, but I think Chelsea are like a very good team and they could also challenge for the title. But I think Liverpool might win the title. Based on what I
Yep.
just saw, I
Damn.
think Liverpool might win the title.
Don't do it. Don't do it to
I'm
yourself.
being honest.
Don't
I'm
do it
being
to
honest.
yourself. Just look, make your peace with it from now. I've had this battle. Many a
Mhm.
time I've had this battle. You know what that blue machine is like. Just don't
Yeah,
don't do it to yourself.
that blue
So
machine.
just to
Yeah,
address, I'm getting a note from Akon who's watching. Akon is like asking, is like I'm saying that Palmer cost us the game. I didn't say that. All I said is
Mm.
he should have taken the two chances that he had that he
Yeah.
should have taken and buried, and that's that.
I
And
don't
I
remember
think as
Palmer
a
having
Chelsea fan,
chances though.
Yeah, there's
yeah,
that one
he had
where
a shot.
in the first
Yeah,
half, bro, where it went over the bar, where he
yeah,
cut. Like,
yeah, and
Oh
then
yes, yes, yes,
if
yes,
it was
yes, yes,
at the
yes.
bridge,
Yes.
if it was at
and
the
then the
bridge,
second
chances
one.
are it would have went in. Yeah.
And the second one was where instead of shooting, instead of laying it for Nani, who was making the run, he decided to have a shot. Meanwhile, he
Yeah.
had two
I
defenders in
recall
front of
that
him.
one.
But it's moments. It's like it's split second moments that he has to make a decision
Mhm.
on, and I think will make him a better player. I don't think this L defines Chelsea right now. I think it's work in progress, and in it being work in progress, we we learn and we're like, okay, cool. We could do this better. We could do that better, and then we move on. It's 3 points that I honestly felt for the first time in a very long time. I had a chance. I had a chance at Anfield, which is for me. Not that I'm hyping my own team. I'm not challenging for the league right now. I think I mentioned it first couple of games that
Yeah.
everyone is getting excited. Chelsea is far from being a finished item. They far from it. They make too many defensive mistakes. And unfortunately, I'm gonna sound like a broken record when I'm gonna ask. I can't remember who said if you wanna win the league and whatnot, you need a solid defense. But yeah, I can't. I butchered that saying. Um, if we can get our defense in order, if this is where I miss Silva. In that
Mhm.
if you had a player like Silva right now at Chelsea, players like Badashi or whatever his name is wouldn't play for Chelsea
What's
because
wrong with
he's
Buddy
very
Shield, man?
he's erratic. His first touch is non-existent. When they pass him the ball, you feel that whoever
Mm.
triggers the press on him has a chance. In that your first touch determines where you are going to go. If you get your first touch wrong and the ball ends up on the left hand side, meanwhile you wanted to go to the left, you are now stuck with going to the left hand side. I don't know if that makes
Why did
sense.
you guys buy
Um,
Tosin? What's going on at the club? Why did you buy
No,
Tosin?
aside from
Tosin
him almost
actually,
getting sent off, he wasn't that bad, to be honest.
No,
yeah, out
I'm
of all
saying
the
CJ
defenders,
speaking about his defense being the issue. I'm saying why did you buy Tosin if you don't rate him, if you don't think he's the man to step into the shoes of Thiago?
no, I
It's
don't think
nah,
I
you,
don't
you don't
think
you
you
can't.
take yeah, that takes time
It's
to
unfair.
be
It's
eh,
unfair to say that. Not
Say what?
well,
everyone can come from a to say that you get a defender on a free from a relegation threatened team and he's the guy to solidify your defense. That's not
yes.
fair.
Thank you.
Touche,
I
Thank you,
mean,
Shiva, for
touche.
I
that.
mean,
But
like United
With the money
did
that
it with
Chelsea
Johnny
had,
Evans, but like
why didn't
you
they
know,
go? No, no. Let's no. Why do people always go for Manchester United? Give me a chance. Give me a chance. Look,
Yeah.
easy
Hey,
target.
look at
look,
that.
Okay,
give me a chance.
Billy,
Look.
before you continue, I just want to respond to Sitle there, right? There's something we always say about United where after every game, not every game, but most games, United fans come on and like, there's a way to lose a game, right? And I think if I'm gonna lose, but I'm gonna play like how Chelsea played, I'm gonna be upset with the L. I'm gonna be upset with the penalty, but I'm not gonna be upset with the team,
Yeah.
right? I don't.
Very
You guys
true.
were not bad, and at no point in that game did I feel comfortable up until the last like 5 minutes where Van Dijk, he's just like, okay, we're not doing this anymore. You guys are staying here and we're just keeping them out and we kept you out. That was only when I kind of felt comfortable. And then Neto played that ball in and it was a bit of a, but
It,
I did not
you're
feel
stating
like,
facts.
but saying that, on the balance of play, we were the better team. But all that is, it to me at least, you guys might disagree with me. We just look like we're further along in our development than you. That's the
Yeah, yeah.
difference between the two squads.
Yeah.
And on that,
And we
I
have
would
one
agree with
player that
you.
is truly world class in Mo Salah, and your truly world class player was shut down a little bit.
Mhm.
But, and
I'd agree
Sancho,
with
they were
you.
the outlets. I didn't see Sancho that whole game, guys. I didn't see
No,
Sancho.
Sancho was
No, no.
that.
I think the criticism that's being laid on Sancho is like it's a weird one, and I will defend this man to the tilt. Yeah, he didn't have the best of games,
Yeah.
and yeah, life goes on. Like that happens. It's a big game, and he now has an understanding that we need more from him, especially these big games, because he's a starter. The manager went and said to him, "Listen, you're starting this game, and if you look at the bench has talent. So I think he needs to just get his head right. I'm not gonna jump on the bandwagon that he's freaking horrible. Get him out of my club. No, no. It's
Yeah.
it's one
Yeah,
it's
who's saying
145
that?
minute. No, no,
It's United
online.
fans.
Yeah,
United
online.
fans.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think of the game? What do you think of
Me.
the
Off.
game? Yeah.
Wait, can I
Oh,
finish? Wait, X, you'll speak now.
yeah.
Shivar, you're definitely right where you said you guys are a bit ahead with progress with development wise as a team. And I mentioned this that our manager is like what 10 whatever games into with the new
How's as
squad
well?
of players. Hmm?
Yeah, both
How's
of
as
them.
well? Our managers
Both of
also
them.
started on the same day.
Yeah.
You
He
guys
came
have
in.
actually
He
played
came in.
more games because you had to qualify against,
Yeah.
Hold on,
Wi-Fi
but
passwords and
I don't
all
want
of
to say
those.
this, but I will say it because you're asking for it. But Slot came in a very settled team that
Yeah,
existed. We
yeah,
our Enzo came in a team that was like very all over the place. They've just fired a manager who had won their last 10 games. So that in itself was just all over the place. The first thing he had to do was like media is asking him, "This is career suicide and whatnot. You did well at where was he? Leeds or Leicester? I can't remember now. You did well at your previous team. This is career suicide because you know how it goes here. You lose 5 games and you're gone. So that gap kind of shows. But anyway, I'm proud of the boys. I'm very disappointed in the L. But it's one of those things. The way that we lost the game is the irritating part, and it's not that to our own doing. I'm not picking on that one penalty shout, but it would have changed the course of the game because
Yeah.
those
Both of
moments
them.
dictate where the game
Both of
ends.
them.
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
one that was given and yours that wasn't.
Yeah.
X, what are you
My
saying?
thing
What are you
is,
saying?
yeah, I mean, my thing is that when I look at both teams, right? Of course, such matches also require a level of maturity and experience.
Mm.
I feel like Liverpool have more senior players who have done it at the biggest stage than Chelsea,
Yeah.
and Liverpool are more clinical as well. They got two chances. Of course, penalty is a chance anyway, but like they took their chances very well. And yeah, man, I just think with Chelsea, it's a learning curve.
Yeah.
As a Chelsea, if I was as a Chelsea fan, I wouldn't be like upset, to a point where now I want the manager gone or certain players gone. It was just a game where you kind of saw how far you guys are as a team from the top, and you guys are not far at all. You guys are gonna make top four, like literally comfortably. Chelsea are making top four. It's now settled. You know, um,
Yeah.
it's just a matter of will they, beat Newcastle? Because I mean, their run of games are also quite tough. The next game is Newcastle, and then it's Man United at Old Trafford. a
Mm.
venue that you guys haven't won at in 11 years. You know,
And I think we're playing
You're
Arsenal
about
also.
to.
see,
This,
see
You're
what I'm
about
saying?
to.
No, no, but
this is like famous last words, dude. This
yeah,
you don't say things like that. You know what happens when you say things like that.
no, no, no. I'm just saying, like the run of games on it's not easy fixtures for CKN, even with you, Shiva.
Yeah.
But I expect your team to do better after what I've seen from your team. It's clear that you guys are in control of what's going on. I mean, you know, you got a win against Chelsea. It's Champions League, I presume next.
Yep.
Yep,
Uh,
Yeah.
Leipzig,
I have a
Leipzig, and
question.
then
And then
yeah,
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
in Arsenal. You see, yeah, which I think you guys will beat. But anyway, you can go,
No, I
Freddy.
hope we beat Arsenal.
You are gonna
I
beat
have a
Arsenal.
question. I have a question.
You are.
I want to ask the both Sisha, this side, Sisha and Shavar. Who do you guys think had the stronger bench?
That's an easier one.
Which is
No, they
nah, it's
definitely
not.
had the stronger bench. No, they
Who?
definitely had the
Chelsea.
stronger
Mm.
bench. Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yeah, Chelsea
definitely
have
Okay.
had the
more.
stronger bench. They
Okay. Cool.
brought on.
So
Wait, hold up. They brought on
yes, this
Pedro
is not
Neto
easy.
and
I don't know why you
Nkunku,
guys said it's easy. It's not
and
easy.
we brought on Joe Gomez and Alex McAllister, who
You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
are better players.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the
So
bench conversation is with Chelsea an interesting one because the strength in that bench is on an
there's a
attack.
two-part question, eh? There's a two-part
Yeah, yeah.
question. Finish.
Hmm.
The bench is very strong going forward. And remember what I was addressing that we've got
The
world
defense.
class. Who said it? We've got world class talent going forward, but at the back we seem to be very error
Yeah.
prone.
Yeah,
So
like
So
our
you
could
guys
bench,
also brought on Badia Shield and
that
Vega,
was a
and
mistake. We should,
they
yeah.
didn't
thank you,
really
Colbert.
impress.
Thank you,
And
Colbert.
okay, fine, we brought on. Look, I thought it was cut and dry Chelsea, but now that I actually think about it, we brought on Darwin Nunes, we brought on Joe Gomez, we brought on
Yeah.
Alexis McAllister, we brought on who else did we bring on? I don't
Diaz.
even
Not
remember who else. We brought on
Diaz.
Diaz.
Diaz. See,
Yeah.
dude,
That's a
you
strong
can talk
bench.
about your Nkunkus and your
That's a
Netos,
strong
but
bench.
yeah,
Yeah.
So the reason I'm asking this is in Chelsea's favor. Do you think subs could have been made earlier to react to the scoreline, to react to the decisions that Slot had made? I feel like Enzo took too long, or maybe he just didn't react with the right players at the right time. Go, let me
Mm,
know. Let me know.
I don't.
I do think
No,
he is. Nah, I disagree
I
with
don't. I
that.
don't think. Yeah, the thing is, right? He did make changes. It wasn't a sub, but he did make changes. And it wasn't like he moved players around. He kind of changed the way he played after we scored the penalty. So he
Okay.
was thinking about it, but I don't.
I
It's
don't.
not cut and dry. Sinclair, what do you think?
Nah, I don't. Honestly, I disagree with that. I think he's the gaffer. He gets the paid the big bucks, and he's got a better understanding of the game more
So
than
Chelsea's
us mere
bench is weak.
mortals. No, hold on. Than us mere
Chelsea's bench is
mortals.
weak.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I
That
I
don't.
might be
mean,
your
he
opinion.
reacted, and
Um,
none of his changes changed the game. None of his subs did anything.
They no,
well,
they did. They did.
Neto did
I would
influence
say
the
that they
game
did.
going forward.
It's just
Neto,
yes, thank you. And
And Neto and
no, what I'm saying is Vega also influenced the game when he came on.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
just a bit of a brute in. Did you bring him on at left back or did you bring him
Yeah.
on in midfield?
He
Yeah,
was
he
left.
came at left
I don't
back, but he
know.
was tucking in the middle. Like he
Yeah,
was more.
he was a bit of
Mm,
a brute there in that midfield, just trying to cause havoc. And I mean, it kind of worked. But when Maresca made a change, Slot made a change, and when Slot made a change, Maresca reacted, and there was that back and forth. So you
yeah,
can't
I
say
disagree with. Yeah, I disagree with you, but on the bench is weak. Our bench going forward is brilliant,
I
but
said
the
compared to
the
Liverpool's. I didn't say it's weak. I said compared to Liverpool's. I didn't say it's weak.
not. Yeah, I
Liverpool's
disagree
bench
still.
is
I
stronger
think
than yours, my
it's an
guy.
opinion that you have.
In fact, the players that came on did more.
Which players came on did more? The Liverpool
Diaz,
players.
Nunes. Who else came
it
on?
was mostly
What did
Nunes did well when he came on, and
Yeah,
Joey Gomez
Nunes
did
did
really
well.
well when he came on.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
McAllister and Diaz, not so
nah.
So
much.
they jet lagged. It's
Um,
understandable.
although what Diaz did do when he came on was he pushed you guys back again.
Hmm.
Well, on the one wing. Yeah.
Yeah, just because pace. That's what pace
Yeah.
does. He
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
pushed you guys back again, and that like opened the midfield up a little bit more for us to just control the game a bit. So, I mean, from a tactical perspective, you can kind of see what Slot did there, but it didn't have to be Diaz. It could have been anyone with pace to come on and do
Yeah.
that.
I think honestly, broken record or whatever. I'll take the L. And yeah, move on. This like weak bench. The manager took forever. Nah, I'm not going to be that detailed. It's
Mm. But
we got beaten at Anfield. They are or the officiating helped them in more ways than one.
It helped
And
you
yeah,
guys too. It helped you guys too.
the
Many
beauty
times.
of what
It
what I've
Many
been
probably
times.
saying
saved you guys
is,
from
hold
an
on.
embarrassment.
Many times.
No, but that's what I said. I said this. I don't know if you guys are selectively like taking in what I said. I said this earlier on that everyone is on this. Well, you've also benefited, so we equal. It shouldn't be like that. I don't know if you're selective in hearing
No,
that.
look,
In that
the rest was
everyone is
shit for
saying,
both
well,
teams.
yeah, and it's like, oh, Arsenal benefited 2 weeks back, so why can't Man City benefit this weekend, fouling the keeper? That's bullshit. If it's wrong, it's wrong.
I know it is what it is. It is what it is. It
I
is
don't think
what.
Caicedo
I
played.
don't think
Okay,
Caicedo played well, Mr. Ndlovu. Caicedo is,
I think
he's a
what we did
fraud.
to
John.
Caicedo,
He's a
what we did
fraud.
to Caicedo, how we shut down Caicedo was we laid off him and we let him have the ball, and we like,
Mhm.
let's see
And then
what
he
you can do
punished
when you
you.
have
He
the ball.
punished you with that assist.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
Eh,
his mistake. That was his assist.
eh. Well,
Mm.
I mean, that was not really Caicedo's assist. That was more Konate just not getting up in time. But
Mm.
we kind of let him, and
Wait,
we're
wait,
like,
wait,
let's
wait,
see
wait,
what he
wait,
can
wait.
do.
Bro,
And
No,
he
don't.
couldn't
You're talking crap
really.
now.
good,
No,
bro.
no. Okay, cool. So now you're unleashing.
But
No, that
No,
was
no,
downplaying
no.
good, bro.
You're unleashing the Kraken. You're talking crap now. Okay. So you're gonna tell me that a player passes another player, assisting him to score. You're gonna blame the defender that the defender didn't tuck
He
in on
should have
time.
played his off. He
The
should have played his offside trap. He
But
should
he
have
didn't
followed
because the
Van
Trap.
pass
Dijk
was
and
that
played the
good and the
offside
player
trap.
was and
No,
the striker was in
he
line. No, Shivad,
the
you're talking crap.
it
Actually, I'm
it
coming back.
it
Let me get a beer.
wasn't
If you continue
okay.
at this rate, I'm gonna take you out. I
Guban,
promise you. I'm coming now.
go get your beer. Go get your beer.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So it wasn't it. I don't think. Look, it was a good pass, but I think it was more bad defending than good play. Konate should have stepped up quicker, and if he didn't want to step up quicker, he should have stayed where he was, and then he would have just eaten up that pass.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of
Move
fault
the
kind
stick.
of lies with Konate there.
Yeah, yeah,
But look, it was a good goal.
yeah, it was.
Caicedo. People think Caicedo played better than he did because he got a lot of the ball, and he did
Yeah,
move it forward a lot. But he didn't actually have much of an impact aside from that assist.
yeah,
I was
yeah. I
kind of
do.
happy that we didn't sign Caicedo in that game, to be honest.
Yeah,
And
I
I
don't
yeah.
think
rate
But I
after
Caicedo. I'm sorry.
he got spun, he was probably like, "Ish, maybe I signed for the wrong team."
yeah, because another thing is as well, he didn't even cause much threat. He wasn't like a threat, you know, as
Yeah.
as 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 as
I mean,
you know.
he wasn't really a defensive threat either,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we did
true.
kind of get at your defense when we wanted to.
100%.
Yeah.
You know, it was there for us to behold. But I just wanted to ask you, Shiva, at Emirates, what are how are you feeling about going to Emirates?
Think we play on the Wednesday, and I
No,
think
yeah.
Arsenal play on the Tuesday.
Oh, are you
I'm
referring to the Champions League
yeah, I'm
fixtures?
just wondering if that might make a difference. I don't know. Look, it's gonna be tight. Arteta's gonna he now doesn't have Saliba, so now he's gonna play with what's his defense gonna be? It's gonna be White, it's
Kivior.
gonna be Kivior, it's gonna be Gabriel, it's gonna be Calafiori. And in
Yeah.
front of that, he's going to have Rice, he's going to have Marino, he's going to have Partey. He's going to
Mhm.
rock up there with 4 centre backs and 3 defensive midfielders, and he's going to try to Pulis us, right? He's gonna Simeone us. I called him Atletico London. That's what he's gonna do. I want to see. I want to see how Slot reacts to that. I think
Yeah.
it'll be interesting. Like I more want to watch that game because I want to see how Slot will react to that kind of negativity.
Yeah.
I unless Saka is back, which he might be,
Mhm.
um, then I don't really see Arsenal going for it. But if
Can
he
I
is back, then I think they will go for it.
give a prediction? I think you
Please
guys
do
are
so.
gonna. I think Liverpool. It's gonna be a statement victory against Arsenal.
Guys,
It's not
If
just
it was
Liverpool, guys.
if it was at Anfield,
it's not just
if
the no
if
Shiva.
it was
Let me
at
speak. Let
Anfield, I
me
would be
speak.
agreeing with you. If
Yeah,
it was at
bro.
Anfield, I'd be licking my lips.
That's
But
that's
it's
what
not
that's
going to
what
be at
you said.
Anfield.
That's what you said when you guys piped us 5-0. If we were
Yeah,
at
but
Anfield,
but
but what
it would have
happened?
been 7 if it was at Anfield.
Yeah, but I'm
You
just
look
saying.
on that. You guys forget what happened that season when you came back to Anfield. You lost 3-0, but that 3-0 was the biggest gulf in class I've ever seen between the two
Yeah,
clubs.
yeah,
So
but
Anfield does make a difference.
I'm just
Guys,
saying against us, that you guys are gonna make it a statement victory. It's gonna be a well. It'll be those games where you like to yourself, yeah, we've got this under
I
the bag.
agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
Yeah.
Listen,
So
Shabab,
look,
I hate to
I'll
say it,
yeah.
take
bro.
it. I'll take
I
it.
hate
I'll take it.
Liverpool.
But I think
Mhm.
you guys are getting a little bit ahead of yourselves. We've
We
got
are.
another step to go before we can win the league.
Yeah,
Okay, no, touche. You've got a point in that. Maybe we are talking big shit, but like out of all the teams that I've seen, even City, bro, I feel like
Mhm.
Liverpool is very complete, man, and I feel like your project is it's going the right way. Okay, maybe I
yeah,
won't say you'll win the league, but
yeah,
Liverpool, man, you guys are threats. And Shavar, I don't want to gas you up, but your team's
yeah,
good,
No,
bro. Like your
they.
team's
I
fucking
okay.
good.
I do agree with you on that. I think this is our second best start ever to a Premier League campaign.
It is in history,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, like ever. And Slot, he's got us playing the way he wants us to play. We look in control. We don't look phased. We don't look rushed. And he learned from the mistake that he made against Forest. That's all I can ask. So
yeah,
I don't think we'll win the league. But aside from that, Melly, I do agree with everything that you're saying. And I am very excited for my team. But
yeah,
but
I'm jealous.
I
I'm
don't think
jealous.
we're
yeah.
gonna win the league.
Yeah. Another question I have for you guys. Do you guys think Arsenal are plateauing? Do you guys think they've like hit this?
I've got an opinion. I've got an opinion on Arsenal. Okay.
Yeah.
I recall we spoke about
Mhm.
Arteta wanting Arsenal to be aggressive, and the aggressive tendencies. Well, the chickens have come home to fucking roost. Because right now, um, they make stupid mistakes. Okay. In them making stupid mistakes, it's purely threading on this dark art that the train that they're riding. That Saliba red was just that, a red card, where I don't know what's his name that freaking played that ball high, and
Trossard.
it was a Trossard. Yeah, it was a weird pass that he gave, and the the weird part is that Saliba is always calm. He's a calm defender. I'll give him
Yeah.
that. But that
But
split
he ain't
second
Virgil
decision.
van Dijk.
Who said anything about your team now? Calm down. Get
Hey,
off his dick,
Bob.
please. Calm down. Jeez.
You see this guy?
And
This guy.
and he panicked. And in him panicking, this is on the what was the 40th minute, I think, when they considered when they got that red card. It's
Yeah.
way too early in the game to be panicking like that. If the player gets the ball and he goes, he has a shot and whatnot, you come back. But what he's done now is he's put his team on the back foot. The next coming games are going to be interesting games because he's out Liverpool. I think he's out Chelsea as well, if I'm not mistaken. If my math doesn't fail me.
Could be. Yeah, could be.
And that puts the team, it's petulant behavior, if we're being honest. And now what's his name, Arteta, comes out in media and says, well, the players need to learn to be calm and whatnot. Meanwhile, you've got a manager who's jumping up and down, shouting at the fourth official every chance he gets, and he himself is a petulant who hasn't won
Matt,
anything. He spent over 700 million, and
he's got an FA Cup.
yeah, it's
Not a
That's
FA
all.
big
Cup. Oh, and Arsenal fans are happy with that.
Yeah,
Hooray!
no.
They've got the
Yeah,
tinfoil
no.
cup of theirs to go right ahead and celebrate. Come on.
X,
yeah.
why did you ask that question? Because if I look at Arsenal's run, bro, they did very well. You know, like where did that question come from?
No, my thing is that you look at Arteta as a coach. Um, I've been saying this for the longest time. I don't think he takes Arsenal anywhere.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're gonna constantly finish second, third, and there really isn't any direction, and then you see a team like Liverpool do what they're doing right now, a team that have just lost Klopp, who has been so important in them being where they are today, and yet still it seems as if they're getting better than Arsenal. They look more secure, and I mean, from a Champions League standpoint, Liverpool look very comfortable. It's
yeah,
like Shavar watches the Champions League knowing that it's a win.
yeah,
It's no stress. I mean, whereas with Arsenal, it's you're not sure as an Arsenal. Like a lot of Arsenal fans are not certain when they go into games, especially against guys who are on a similar what again level as them. So right now they're
That's
gonna be playing against a team that's on a similar level as them in Liverpool. And should they lose, or when they lose, it's not good, bro. Because like really, you're gonna lose against a team that have just lost their manager, and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you're
I
a lot
don't
of
know if you guys recall. I don't know if you guys recall the over celebrating Arsenal. I think it was about 2 seasons back, where they were
yeah,
celebrating every win like they've won the world
yeah,
the World Cup and shit. I see a lot of that in this Arsenal. In
mm,
that the fans are not sure to what you're speaking on X, and in them not being sure, they tend to over celebrate all these wins. They find it difficult to be in control of their temperament. Like, okay, cool,
yeah,
it's 3 points, let's calm down. Right now the Twitter and the whatever street are packed with Arsenal fans that this time around they're gonna get it right. But what's happening is that ill discipline is holding them
yeah,
back, which is a weird one, because how do you then discipline your defenders not to commit such stupid fouls? Like, how do you? I get that they say Saka is the leading assist. Well, he's got the most assists in. Meanwhile, it's all from corners and blocking off the keeper, actually fouling the keeper, and everyone goes right ahead and celebrates that.
mm,
It's a different way of looking at assists. Because when we think of assists, we think of Fabregas, we think of Kevin De Bruyne, where if he's assisting, we're not talking about corners. We're talking about field of play, where he goes right ahead, he looks up, he sees the player, he lays it onto you, and then you decide what you want to do. So
mm-hmm,
the Arsenal, that's this Arsenal right now, I think top four is going to be tricky for them. And
mm,
I'm hoping to bookmark this, because their
yeah,
squad is thin. Their
bookmark
squad
this.
is thin as paper right now, because they're always two players off a crisis.
Yeah,
Right now, Odegaard is out for a couple of weeks, and there's no creativity in that team. How does it take one player going out and there's like
yeah.
literally no
That's it.
That's
creativity?
very true. That is very
That's
true.
so true. That is
Like,
so
and then
true.
you look at Saka whipping the ball from corners. Those assists of theirs are gone. Like, it's
Mm,
weird. And then the defense, which is something that they've had as a brilliant, wow, their defense is good. You look at who's the Brazilian player and the French player. Like, oh, they make a
Gabriel.
brilliant, yeah, they
Gabriel.
make
Yeah,
a brilliant pairing. And what does he go in? He does this past weekend. He gets a freaking yellow card in the first half. Oh, come on, guys, red
yeah,
card.
yeah, yeah. It's depth
Come
at the
on.
end of the day, Sihle, and you've hit the nail on the head, bro. Like for you to win the league, it takes more than a starting 11 to win your league. I mean,
Thank you.
Liverpool rotated.
And that
these
starting
teams.
11, is ill-disciplined right now.
Yeah, no, but besides that, when you look at Liverpool, I mean, a lot of people had Diaz in their fantasy team. You know,
I
they
had.
had McAllister. Those guys were
Nah.
benching. Was Shavar stressing? Nah,
Nope.
Shavar was chilling. He knew that.
But Shivad, always
I
remember,
did.
human beings are weird creatures in that they build you up as they blowing air up your ass right now. The Man United fans,
No,
just to go and celebrate when you fall. I'm telling you, just like bookmark that.
like many dog.
Bookmark that.
Like so, we also like we were all surprised. Wow, Diaz bench, McAllister bench, but still they still balled out. They still got the W even without those guys. You know.
Yeah.
So once the team starts doing that, that's when you know you're on the right direction. That's how I feel. Once you can rotate, take out your main players, and then your bench, like Jones came on. Curtis Jones had a game and a half. I mean, he's the reason why the goals were I mean, you guys, Morekin had a goal. I mean, goals rather. So it just shows you, bro. It's all about that.
Can we address Tato B here? Chelsea fans are happy with the progress Enzo has made. Yep. Arsenal fans aren't allowed to celebrate such achievement. While losing the league against the best team on form. Okay, I've got I disagree with you.
I want to go after
right
you.
now. Yeah, because the Arsenal of old, which was the Arsenal of Wenger, played beautiful football. And this doesn't exist with Arteta, okay? And I used to enjoy watching Arsenal, but that's the Arsenal of old. The game has changed, I get it, and whatnot. So that fiber that they used to have, the Arsenal fiber of bringing in these young kids from development that no one knows of, that's gone, okay? Your manager has spent 700 million, and you call finishing second and third progress. Weird. The only thing I know about being second is that you're the first loser. I don't know if I'm wrong.
They end with the fires, dog.
Shivad, you can go for it.
So what I was gonna say was Chelsea fans are happy with the progress from Maresca. You said it yourself. They're happy that their team has structure. They're happy that their team is playing like a team. They're happy that their team is pulling in one direction. And they are saying, Sinclair said, I don't think we title challengers, but we look good for top 4. That's the progress that they are happy with. The difference is Arsenal won. What did they win?
Champions League.
They won. No, I mean now after Arteta, Arsenal went from 5th to 2nd and thought they were the best team ever. But they forget that 5th place that they got was actually because they bottled 4th place, and that 2nd that they got was actually so far off 1st, even though the points tally might tell you differently. At no point did I think Arsenal were going to win that league. It's not like when Liverpool finished a point behind City.
On Christmas Day,
of course.
They were top of the log.
Of course. But it's not like when Liverpool finished a point behind City and it came down to a company scoring a wonder goal and John Stones clearing one off the line and Mane having one cleared off the line. It's not like it was that close and City won it and then Liverpool won the Champions League. City were long gone. Arsenal were still busy celebrating, winning corners, and because that's all they've won.
Let's play a game,
That's the difference. That's why Chelsea fans can say what they say, but Arsenal fans just need to pipe down for a little bit.
Yeah, and another thing is as well, man.
Damn,
like,
Shabar.
No, Shabar's got a point, though.
No, he does. I'm just saying, bro, that nigga went straight for the fucking. Damn, bro.
And another thing is that, bruh, like, when are y'all gonna win the major trophy? That's another thing. Because for me, man, I mean, that's what determines a big club. It's big trophies. It's not finishing second. It's not reaching. It's not. You have to lift the bigger trophies, dog. Whether you like it or not, dog. And until you lift bigger trophies,
you can be in the conversation. Like literally, go sit by the kiddies section right now. Like the adults are trying to talk.
Yeah, fam.
Like
Because
there was this debate last season
yeah,
about did United have a better season than Arsenal, and I'm like, let's look at it. Arsenal
They
qualified for
definitely did.
Champions League. Arsenal
mm-hmm,
qualified for Champions League.
mm-hmm,
They played in the Champions League. They kind of ground their way through the Champions League. They
yeah,
drew Bayern Munich. They caught a hiding and they went home. Right?
yeah.
And it
Yeah.
United
was the MO, yeah.
struggled along
Yo,
right until the end, but at the end they picked up something and they're in European competition. So, you guys might have finished second, but you finished second without there being any danger of you winning the league. And I think
they
the same
put
thing's going to happen this season. I think you guys will finish second again this season, but I
they
also don't
pulling
think there's any danger of you guys winning the league.
they pulling a
Yeah.
hurricane, dog. Shaval. All these numbers, all these goals, all these assists, but
But
nothing.
where it
to
matters
show.
the most in the trophy cabinet, there's nothing to
Yeah,
speak of.
it has to. You have to have something to show for it, bruh. Like you
So-
can't be like, even in NBA, bruh. That's how you get measured. People don't care about your MVPs. Do you win
Yeah.
chips or not? Period. That's what
So wait,
matters.
guys. I just want
Yeah.
to know from you three gentlemen: is it
Yeah.
Arteta's mentality or the players' mentality that's letting them down?
It's both and the organization. They're
It
like
It comes
us.
up top. It comes up
They're
top
like
and it
us.
filters down. That's how shit travels.
100%. It's like us, really, bro. I mean, as
Don't
United.
bring my
I
club
think-
into this. Don't bring my
Wait,
club
I
into
think
this.
I think I think
I'm
we
just
have to give we do
Yeah.
have to give Arsenal some credit. They look like a proper club, right? They make the signings they want,
No,
and
he's right.
they play
he's
as a
right.
team. They play as a team.
right,
They're
X.
set up well. They do all the things right, but just like how it is Real Madrid's DNA to pull a Champions League win out of God knows where, it's
Yeah.
Arsenal's DNA to just fluff it, and that's
True.
what's going to happen. It's just, I think
They-
Jose called it football heritage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Why would you want to have such a reputation, dog? Like, even I know very
And they're
well.
living up to it, eh? They're living up to
Yeah.
it.
Like, dog,
Guys, guys,
we struggling.
Arsenal,
Like,
watch Arsenal turn this around and make us all look like idiots. Like, come the end of March, watch
Until
Arsenal be
then.
top of the league or something.
And,
no,
and
because
until
Shabbat,
then,
if these guys lose to you, God, dog, bro, it's gay.
Try.
And if they beat us next week, then what?
It's not beating you guys. That's the thing.
If they beat Liverpool, they still have City. If they beat City, they still have to go against Chelsea. It's hot for Arsenal, guys. Hot for Arsenal.
and right now they don't. Oh, Akona is a huge Arsenal fan. So
He must come.
Yeah.
We need
Yeah,
Arsenal
please come on the
fans
show.
to
Please come on the show.
A lot of Arsenal fans don't want to pitch, bro. Like, I've tried all my mates. They're like, nah, it's
They're
not.
afraid. They're afraid.
And it's fine. They're doing this,
I-
dog. And when this platform blows up, watch them. When it blows up, they're gonna want to come in their numbers. But I'm gonna be the first, bro. Be the first regular Arsenal fan to pull through. And yeah, let's do this. Let's
Every-
do
come out
Every-
the closet.
this. Yeah.
You guys don't see this, but backstage, because X is normally first, and I normally try to join a little bit earlier. So X
Yeah.
and I normally have a chat backstage, and I normally say, X, do we have an Arsenal fan on today? And he
Yeah,
always
hopefully.
tells me, no, they don't want to come.
They don't want to come, fam. Literally. They tell you straight up.
Actually, Tato B and Akona, the challenge is on you guys. Represent your team, because right
Represent-
now
Bring
you're the
it.
first losers. We have to
Feature.
admit
Yeah.
that
feature.
aluminium trophy that you guys have. Actually, not even aluminium. The tin trophy that you guys have, tinfoil trophy that you have, is not good doing you guys your heritage any justice.
My thing is that you perhaps know these guys personally, Akwana and Otato.
I was with Akona last night.
And of course, I presume they are late, like what again, 80s, 90s. Like,
Are you saying then they're unlike Cheese who discovered football in 2010 with City? yeah.
with
Oh,
Man
no.
City? I'm just saying
Yeah.
they are old enough to know Vieira. They're old enough to know Perez, to know
Yeah,
Freddie
both of
you
them,
know,
both of them.
Tyrion
They-
Lee. We
I think they
understand.
even have the JVC kit. I think they even have the
Yeah.
JVC kit. Yeah.
Yeah. My thing is that why are they dropping their standards, dog? when they've witnessed that, I understand if you born,
And
if you're a
and when I
2000,
s- and when I say it, I've got sour
yeah,
grapes. When I say it, I've got sour grapes. The Arsenal is not the same Arsenal. Arsenal used to play beautiful football. This one is trying to be
yeah,
too aggressive, and it's not in their style. And when they try to be too aggressive, that's why you end up with these weird yellows and red cards that they pick up, and
yeah.
it's not working out for them.
Mm. And hey, man, yo, what was Millie
I
saying?
think
Oh,
I
he
think we've
froze.
lost him. Oh, there,
Oh, I
there,
think
we got him back.
something.
Billy, we
I
lost
think
you
he
there
said
for a
something,
second.
Millie.
I really,
I
I've been
thought
here
he
the
ran
whole
away
time.
because I
Yes,
thought he
you
ran away
guys.
because we were about to talk about his team.
Yeah, yeah.
The weird part, Tulani, is that X was right.
He
Yeah,
was.
I was
That's why
right.
I'm laughing.
It's like same thing with United fans who are dropping their standards. I mean, I'm not, bro. I am not going to drop my standards until we start winning the big stuff. I am not
Yeah,
gonna celebrate and say we are back. We are only back when we start winning big trophies. That's just my opinion. Because why? I've seen my team do it on numerous occasions. That's
yeah.
the reason why. That means it's possible, you know. But anyway, let's talk about my team. Silen, can you hit us with a dope title there, dog? Like, you the one that's ish. And he does bite time. And he does fucking bite. Ish.
He's getting
Yeah.
the season, guys. I think he's
Ah,
getting the season. I
dog.
don't think you're sacking
Well,
him in the season.
but you know what's the problem with United, dog? I don't like Moments FC, dog. I really don't, because it's
Yeah.
unsustainable, bro, playing in
We
that
don't have
way. It
momentum. We don't
is
have momentum.
100%, bro. And we also don't know how to control games or kill off games, bro. Like that game, we were meant to kill it off, bro, in the second half. We were on the front foot, and then we
So,
always give these teams hope, bro. But
so
yeah,
Shiva,
go ahead.
you were talking about the chat that you have with X before the show starts. X and I also have chats about that team from Manchester that wears red, and I just feel like so many of our players are like, if we, how we usually do tiers when we rank
Yeah.
players, I feel like United players are just so average, bro, and below par. Even our good players are just not that good. And you see it when they come on as subs and they fresh against opponents that are tired and they still can't show up. Xerxes, oh my god.
It's really doesn't like sexy.
Oh my god, bro. It's like he doesn't want to be at the club. He doesn't press, he can't trap, he can't hold the ball up. He makes Hoyland look
Can
okay.
we can we
Yeah,
talk about this pressing thing? Because
yeah,
I struggled with it. And I think maybe the manager has something to do with it. Because initiating the press is not as simple as everyone makes it seem. I'm gonna use Liverpool as an example right now. And not this current Liverpool. I don't rate the because I've just taken an L from them. Yeah, I'll rate the where Sadio Mane was involved. And Firmino and
yeah.
those fuckers knew how to press, okay? And it wasn't kamikaze, everyone goes at the same time and whatnot. No, they knew that if a certain player literally has the ball, they can trigger the press. Then
Mhm.
the team that has the ball is on the back foot, in that they already know that, oh, this is how you initiate the press, because you can't just press for the sake of pressing. And I feel that's where United are. The ask
100%.
is the ask is, oh, let's press. You can't. If you do that, the clever teams are gonna take you and tear you apart, because they will
Yep.
play through this press, because you're so disjointed, with the one player is going this side, the other player is going this side. It has to be a controlled madness. And in it being
But
controlled
that's what I'm
madness,
talking
I
about.
think.
You'll have two wingers going up to press, and he's not. So what you're talking about is has to be like in unity, right? We have to do it as all together. Whereas Uzerxi, for example, doesn't. I feel like what you're talking about is that we're too disjointed, and our players don't know how to communicate. Hey, let's step back, or let's all press
Is
at
it is
once,
it
and it's
is it a
emotion.
communication thing, or is it a manager speaking to you guys
It's a
that, okay,
training thing. It's not a
It's
communication
a
thing,
thank
training
Tulani.
you.
thing.
Our
It's
our
Bro,
it's exactly what I'm
the
guys,
saying.
key
Where
to
the
our
manager
press,
guys,
has, yeah.
it
when I
was
watch
Bobby
when I'm
Firmino.
on social
He would
media,
go.
mhm,
That's
Sorry,
guys,
true.
sorry, Billy. What I'm saying is, with us, Bobby Firmino was the guy that initiated the press. He
yes,
would choose who to press, And once he's made his decision on who he's pressing, everybody else knows what they've got to do. And it's
Thank you.
understood if Bobby is pressing the left center back, it means we want them to pass the ball to the right center back. And then
There you
our
go.
midfield is going to close up the option. So when the right center back has the ball, he can't do anything with it. He has to either go long or stay on it for too long, and then someone is going to come and steal it off him. With you
It's
guys, it's
muscle
just like,
memory from the from the training field. It's
I
your
think it's about this.
manager knows this is the opponent that we're playing. This is how they play. Okay, they like playing the ball around in the back, 2-3 touches, either get in the middle or bypass the middle, go up front. So as a manager, you train your team on that. That listen, guys,
We don't
I
trade.
want yeah, I've noticed. No, like
We don't trade,
I
guys.
spoke about this. No.
Mm.
You. When was it? But 2 episodes back, I spoke on like being interested in like the YouTube official team pages where you can like they'll show you like the different training they would do prior to a game. With United, it's all business. And when I talk about business, I'm talking about the training is that intense. I'm talking about they're selling this, they're selling that. They've got a new sponsor. They've got this, they've got that. And it's like I want to
said this.
see I want to see Rashford like I want to see them playing Rondo. Let's see them like how they do. That
But that
that
is what
Argentinian boy.
Guys, United doesn't train. I'm telling you guys. I watch
Yeah, there's
them. I
no
follow them on social media. They don't train, guys. They get together. Ten Hag walks out, takes a few pictures, and then they dive. These guys don't train, guys, and you see it match day after match day after match day. We are not tactically inept. We are not fit. We don't. There's no chemistry in my team, dog. There's no chemistry in my team. The youth and the experience is so far. The gap is so bad.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna shut up now. I'm gonna shut up
Yeah,
now.
and
no,
another thing,
continue.
and another thing is that about the pressing there, guys. Against Brentford, because of all the injuries that we've had, we had who's this guy? Ericsson and Casemiro as our double pivot, right? So those two guys have zero legs. How are you gonna play a
Here you go.
pressing game with guys like those? So I don't get why he doesn't revert to his initial tactics from the first season. He needs to just revert to the mid block, bro. Because when we were playing mid block, we
He's
weren't
too arrogant.
much. We weren't conceding as much, and as well, we weren't as bad as what we are right now. And I feel like if we would get a new manager, that's what the new manager would do. He would be like, guys, default settings, mid block until I get the team that I need to maybe play the style of play I want to implement. Because unfortunately, from a ball retention standpoint, we're awful. And whenever we give away the ball, and we usually give it away in very dangerous areas. Fortunately, Brentford were bad this game. Like I was surprised. You know, normally Mbeumo is always cooking us. Mbeumo usually is the one who's normally cooking us. But this time around, I don't know what was up. Maybe because of the international break, homie travel from Cameroon. But Cameroon is not too far from Europe. It's not. It's around the corner. You know, but yeah, dog, it's those things for me, man. Play to your players' strengths. Look at what Liverpool and Trent. We all know.
Did you hear the word?
Sorry,
sorry. Carry on. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just
saying. Our manager needs to play to our players' strengths. You know, when I look at Liverpool, like for one, Casemiro is not a runner. He's not a runner. He's never ever been a runner. Why are you trying to play a high press with a player like Cass?
High line, yeah.
He gets exposed because he doesn't have Ericsson. You know, but if you revert to a mid block, they don't need to run much. So there you'll be able to showcase their best attributes in such a situation. So
I don't know if you heard what this gentleman above me said. He said arrogance. Dog, Ten Hag is arrogant, bro. He wants it's his way or the highway. Ronaldo, we saw it with Sam, we see it with the subs that he makes. It's his way or the highway, and he's gonna get exposed. I hate the fact that this man is gonna make it through the season. He needs to go, guys. He needs to go.
And what's crazy is that we all can see it. We all can see that this ain't working. You know, our rival fans want him in. Silean is constantly saying Ten Hag in. For the mere
No,
fact that our
guys,
rival fans
the
want Ten Hag,
unemployment rate is way too high. Keep that man.
nah,
Just keep
but
that
Ten Hag
man
Aye,
is
it's
there.
a
fine in the Netherlands. He'll get a
yeah,
job
he's
in the
a rich
Netherlands. It's
boy.
fine.
Like Ten Hag comes from money, guys. Like they got horses and shit at home. Like
What's the problem?
Talking
He's a
about
spoiled brat. He's a
yeah,
spoiled brat.
he's a cheese
talking
boy.
about horses.
Yeah,
I see. Tools has joined us. And has
yeah.
survived his birthday celebration. Happy
Hey,
belated birthday, Tools.
Happy
I
belated
think.
Happy
I
birthday,
sure,
Jules.
sure, my friends. I sure.
Yeah,
yeah.
and United came through with a beautiful 2-1 present, 3 points. He was celebrating. He was still wearing the jersey that he was wearing the previous day when United won. When I met with him yesterday,
Yeah,
that's when you know that he's
it
celebrating
was
those
a
three
good
points.
one. It was a
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
one.
Are you keeping your homeboy or are you not?
Eric,
Yeah.
look, Eric scores own goals on Faith, yeah, well. But I think I'm happy to stay with him for the rest of the season. I have a
Ah,
slightly,
Jules,
I have a
no
slightly,
way,
I have a
son.
slightly different take. I have a slightly different take looking coming out of yesterday's game, yeah, well. I think we need to have a look at the medical staff, yeah, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? The situation with the injuries lately, it's been 2 seasons now with crazy injuries, and they're not stopping this season. We're still continuing with the same madness. Yeah, bro. And what happened with De Ligt is totally embarrassing, bro. The
Yeah.
guy, those guys had maybe 3 or 4 opportunities to stitch that guy up, put a bandage or something of
My
the
nigga.
sort. You know what I mean?
Stick Vaseline, put Vaseline on him.
Oh, Vaseline, my guy. Come on,
yes.
man. You see,
Something.
we saw that
But
thinking the
Mr.
first 2 times
Tulani,
they should have sorted this thing out. Why doesn't this guy have a bandage on? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Mr.
It
Tulani,
was.
is this not his medical team though?
I think I think he recruited these guys from Arsenal or
Yeah,
something like. I think he
nah,
recruited this team from Arsenal, and we've been shitting the bed medically since. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And our players are always injured. They go and then they go play for their countries. They're injured, then they go play for their countries, and they come back and they're not available. It's like what the hell's going on? You know what I mean? These guys, they told Ten Hag in Yogbana le out le Regulon. He
yeah.
can go back. We don't need him. We've got Luke Shaw. We've got Malasia. We've got Harry Amas. Where are those guys?
Is
Yeah.
Malaysia
Where are
like
those guys?
real?
I know Malasia is enjoying himself, bruh. He's just
Surely
I
there's
chilling.
no
guys,
way
guys,
Ruginon left
there is
without the
no
medical
such
team
person
saying
as
our
Tariq
left backs are
Malasia.
available.
That is just a FFP scheme. That guy. There's no footballer. Nothing
He's
is there.
laundering money. He's laundering money.
That's
Yeah,
that's what's happening there. That guy, I'm convinced that man does not exist.
He
yeah.
doesn't
Nah,
play football,
stop
guys.
him.
It's crazy. No, Tulani, you're speaking facts, dog. Like it's actually scary what's happening at Manchester United. If you look at the amount of money that we're paying these men, the
Mhm.
expectations, the size of our
Yeah,
club, it's a joke. It's a joke, guys. It's a joke.
it,
And
it
that's where
is.
I'll say that's where I'll say I really respect other coaches such as Enzo and Slot. You know, they cut the fat. They straight to the point. Ten Hag has got this thing where he's gonna protect his players every game. But nigga, stop protecting players. It's you. You're the problem. You know what I'm saying? It's you,
Yeah,
bro. He always
yeah.
comes up and I'm going to defend my players. Your players aren't
Nah,
doing anything. Well, without Ganacho, without certain players sometimes turning up, Eric should have been gone, guys. He should have been
yeah,
gone.
But the weird part with Man United is they wins. It's never like a team thing. It's always a moment of brilliance from certain individuals.
Yeah.
And I know that's gonna carry you up until a certain point,
100%.
but there's gonna come a point where I don't know, like they're gonna look at each other and Ganacho's like step up, and he doesn't. Bruno step up and he doesn't because there's
Can I
no
go back to
fluidity
what
in the
Cisse
team.
said, guys? Do you guys remember? Sorry, Cisse. Do you remember when Cisse was speaking about how Arsenal are 1 or 2 injuries away from being a team? We are a top team, and if we still lose certain players, we will become useless.
Even
We will
more power.
become, no, dude, it is going to be
And
so
you see what I'm
scary.
saying? And you know what's causing these injuries? It's this high pressing game, bro. Like, look at even this kid, Minu, bruh, what we doing to the kid, bruh. Like, I really hate the fact that we are not managing him well. You know, it reminds me of how Shabazz team treated Michael Owen. But anyway, it's that, bruh. We have to protect our players, bruh. We can't just, look at, for instance, another example with what Slot did. Players from Argentina returned late from the international duty. He didn't start them because he understands that these guys have jet lag. Most probably they're not 100%. Y'all can relax. Our manager, a kid just came back from the Euros. He starts the Community Shield from jump. He doesn't have time off a bit,
18.
to recover. It just shows you, man, really, it's concerning, bro. Really. That's why, Tulani, when you say we must keep this guy,
It's both. You need
oh,
both.
Look,
Unfortunately, if you
all
are
the
a
United-
United supporter, you need both. One or the other is not good enough.
yeah.
Look, I'm not mad at any United fan that's Ten Hag out. You know what I mean? I get it. I totally get it. But I'm just saying, for me, I'd rather stick with him, give him the season. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, we look back at these managers, and I mean, we look at Oli, and for me, if Oli says, I wouldn't be mad. If we give Oli the job for the rest of the season, I wouldn't be mad at that. But when Oli was in the job, I wanted him out, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Because you didn't know what you had in Ole. You
You
played
didn't
him
know
good.
what you had.
You know what's another thing that I also don't like about, especially English Premier League teams? They're not ruthless enough, man.
Yeah.
They're not ruthless enough, dog.
Yeah,
Like,
there was a there was an owner. There was a
besides
owner called
y'all.
Abramovich.
Yeah.
Chelsea
And that's
is
the reason why you guys were successful, Sitle. It's because Abramovich doesn't catch feelings, bruh, for coaches.
But
Yeah.
but X, on the
Sack
flip side,
until you get it right, dog. You sack until
on
you
the
get
flip
it right.
side,
Yeah.
on the flip side, there was us, and we all caught feelings for our coach, and none of us wanted him to go, and he was successful. So there's two ways of doing this, right? You can do it the Chelsea way, and you can do it our way, but you can't try to do it our way when your coach is quite clearly the problem.
Yeah.
Like, you can do it our way if it's Arteta and you can see, there's progress, the team
Yeah.
is improving, he's much better than when he came, that type of thing. Then you can do it our way. But
So
hi guys,
I've
Eric,
got this weird thing of looking at things and seeing similarities in them. Okay, I'm just gonna use just bear with me here. I don't know if you guys know these stores I'm gonna talk about. So there's a store called Checkers. Okay, right now it's leading this whole sector of grocery shopping and whatnot. Why?
Yeah.
Because they understand their market, their target market. They've got something called 60 whatever, where they deliver your groceries in 60 minutes. And then there's another shop called Woolworths, where their selling point is quality, and everyone that goes there has that expectation that it's quality. And there is Shoprite. Shoprite is always packed, like it's always busy, but it's not like Boxer busy, but it's cheaper prices. And then there is a shop like Pick and Pay. Okay, where right now Pick and Pay is going through turmoil, where no one really understands what it is that Pick and Pay offers. Okay, and what does Pick and Pay do? Pick and Pay leadership goes and fires the CEO. Okay, and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, well, the vehicle itself is like properly fucked, because Pick and Pay, I just view it as a truck. That the truck itself is properly fucked, and you go and you change the driver. It doesn't matter which driver you get to drive that truck. The truck is fucked. And that's exactly what's happening at Man United.
Yo, I've been alive for many, many years, and I've never heard football being compared to shopping. Like, that was beautiful, man. That made so much sense. That made nigga.
Pick and Pay is also a former world champ. Well, not world champ, but former.
Thank you. Yes, they used to be the Eat store, but right now they look lost. Yeah, now they look properly lost.
Yeah, it's because
I'm trying to be Checkers, man. I'm tired of being Pep. I'm trying to be.
No, Pep is doing big things, my guy. Don't confuse that. The Pep is doing big things. They've got Pep home. Yeah. Pep is doing big things, but
Yeah.
the whole truck at Man United is properly fucked, and
Yeah.
I think it cannot be that a club you should be celebrating that you won this weekend, but you're not. You've got more questions than answers, which
Yeah.
is
See what I'm
weird.
saying, Akona? You
No,
forgot
what you're saying is really true, see, and if
Yeah.
you think about it, we come out of Jose Mourinho and the guy who the Dutchman, what's his name?
Van Gaal.
Van
Van
Gaal.
Gaal.
Yeah.
Those guys are not supposed to fail. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
something is rotten at United. You know what I mean? And it
Yeah.
filters through top all the way down to the players. You know what I mean? There's something you always say, CK, about players not progressing when they're at United, and it's very rare that a player comes in and gets
And
better.
ups their game. It doesn't happen at United. You
Very
you get there at this level, you either do one of two things. Either you go down or you just stay at that lower level that everyone says, oh, there's potential there, and it
I
ends
mean,
there.
look at
Bruno,
Sancho, for
Like
example.
Rashford. Still
We've
hearing
never
about
seen,
Rashford's
I
potential.
don't think we've seen the Dortmund Sancho at United.
Wow.
But now he's gone to Chelsea and he's a spark sometimes, a lot of the
Yeah.
time. You know what I mean? We didn't see that
You
guy
know,
too much at United.
you know what's the problem, Tulani? I can answer that. There's
Look at
too
Scott
many
McTominay.
players.
Balling.
Yeah. Because another thing is that United, we don't play players in the position that we meant to play
Yeah.
them in.
Yeah.
You know, it's not rocket science. Scott is a box crasher. That's what Conte does. Put him in a position where he can show his true attributes. But another
right.
thing is that we've got too many players who suit who suit different systems. You know what I
yes,
mean?
yes.
That's another thing that's also, it just shows you that our recruitment side of things is all messed up. Yeah.
It is.
You can't have guys who are suited for being direct, coupled with guys who are techie, who want ball to feed. You
I don't
know,
want
and
That's how you make a
But-
great
but-
paella with variety, I think. So you should be
Yeah,
celebrating that.
but what's happening, CK, is they're pulling in different directions. Like
Mhm.
Bruno does not want ball to feet. He does
Yeah.
not want his back to goal. Bruno wants to crash the box. As
Yeah,
X says. He is
that's what
best
Bruno
when
is.
he
Yeah.
drops deep, he lays it off, and he sprints into the box.
And then
And then he
scores.
receives it and he
Yeah.
scores, or he picks it up in space because he kind of went in space and he picks his
Yeah.
head up and he can see a pass. You don't want Bruno to have to beat a man.
Exactly.
You don't want Bruno to
I
look
mean-
after the ball.
No.
See,
So you see what I'm saying?
saying, you know,
Yeah.
these guys are not. There's no the recruitment is a shambles, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
we're looking to buy De Jong. You know what kind of player, what kind of profile he is, what he does in the midfield. We didn't get him. Who did we get? Casemiro. How does that make sense?
Who's totally different from
How
Frank.
does that even make sense?
Yeah.
How do you move
Yeah,
from
you
De
look
Jong-
at the player profile, or was it player profile based, or was it we need a big signing in the middle of the park?
It's literally
They
that.
needed a
It's
big
literally-
signing in
and
the
that's
middle
how
of
we
the
roll. We're always trying to get big players. We've been doing that for the longest time, and it just doesn't work. Maybe
And
under
big
Ferguson, it
players,
used to work,
big players
but
sell,
that's not
big
one.
players sell shirts, my guy.
But you know what's
But
crazy, guys?
Ferguson never did that.
He never.
Ferguson
He
never
never,
bought a big player for the sake of buying a big player.
Ferguson let Beckham go because Beckham
Yeah.
thought he was bigger than the
Yeah.
team.
He
Yeah,
wanted
he
to
let
let Rooney
Rooney
go.
go.
Remember, he wanted to let Rooney go.
Bro, he let go of Van Nistelrooy.
Yeah.
Prime dude, Van Nistelrooy.
No, good
Who
point.
was
Good point.
scoring
Wow.
fun, bro. Yeah. You're right, dog.
But I will say this: both finishes were beautiful, guys. Garnacho's finish
Yeah.
and Hoyland's. Woo!
Yes.
Yeah, Hoyland's. Yeah, Hoyland's
Which is-
finished clean.
Which is why which is why I'm saying that you guys should be celebrating, but you've got more questions than answers, and
True.
it's the worst feeling that you know that you're winning, but
You're not happy.
You don't.
It's
You're not.
it's the
you're not
opposite of
satisfied.
Sitle who lost, but he's happy. Well, not happy, but like you see the
Content.
He's
positives.
content.
Yes, you're
Thank you.
content.
Content.
You guys won, but you're upset.
Yeah, because Shiva, bro, grand scheme of things.
Oh no, I don't want you guys to get Frank.
Near
I like
Brian.
You're
Frank.
gonna ruin
How-
him.
I like Frank.
I'm not mad at that though. I'll take him
My
over
thing
South.
is that will the players listen to Frank? That's another thing because
No.
we've got too many egos in that change room.
Yeah, Frank is too
Guys
small, guys.
earning 300K.
But I mean, if it's Frank or Southgate, I mean,
No, no, no.
I,
Hey, hey, hey,
I think Frank is a very good
You're not
manager.
loyal. You're not loyal.
Miss Southgate, please, dog. Don't say stuff like that, too, bro.
So okay, on Thomas Frank, because I really like Thomas Frank.
Mm.
How does he build up that credibility so that people will listen to him? What move do you think he should make for him to get that credibility? Because I really like him as a manager a lot.
he's taken
He
3
needs
points United. He's taken 3 points at Arsenal.
City.
He's taken
Yeah,
points.
that-
He's,
yeah.
I think
He
when he
outclocked Klopp. He came
Yeah.
to Anfield and he pressed us to the ground.
But you see, the problem is that we don't have players who are going to press the way Frank is going to. Like,
Yeah, but
just don't press.
he
you
has
know?
a
Guys.
style. He has a style, and he doesn't stick to his style like how Ten Hag sticks to his style. When his style is not working, he does change it and go with the 3 at the back.
But
Yeah.
guys, hold on. For any manager to succeed, there must be a buy-in from
Yeah.
the players. And
Yeah.
Thomas Frank is one of those managers where he really needs 100% buy-in from his players. Right now, Man United they've got too much of an ego. They've got too much clicks within the change room where you can see, oh, this person vibes with this person vibes with that person. I don't have a problem with being friends in and amongst colleagues, so to put it. But with Frank, you guys are going to ruin him. And I do not think, unless he goes in and he literally tears that whole thing upside down, he gets you different players, you give him time, you tell him that you're going to give him 3 transfer windows to do as he pleases. If you think 3 transfer windows are a lot, they're not. Okay.
No, it's 4.
What?
He needs 4. He needs 4.
That's a year.
2 years. 2 years.
No, that's 2 years.
That's 2 years. Yeah, it's 2 years.
Yeah.
Because you've got middle of the year, beginning of the year. And I don't think you guys are looking for that. You guys are looking for a quick fix right now. And I promise you, the worst thing you can do coming into Man United is you can come in, win something, and then everyone is going to go right in. It's like, okay, we're back. And they overlook the most glaring thing, which is there is absolutely no cohesiveness. There's no fluidity in that team. It feels like a Sunday league team that is decided in the morning that, okay, cool, you're going to play here, you're going to play there, and whatnot. And I think, I can't remember, we've said this, that the cups that, what's his name, the 2 cups that he's won, kind of made United, they wanted to get warm, so they peed on themselves, and they did get warm.
Jesus.
But now they stink.
But now they're wet. Whatever you drank tonight in Goban, you need more of that.
Yeah, I need some of that Heineken or whatever you're drinking, bro. Damn.
Wisdom. I'm sharing wisdom. I hope you guys are taking notes. But honestly, right now with United, it's a weird space, because I was online earlier on and you guys have questions, and I'm like, guys, you got 3 points. In the first 45 minutes, you guys were already saying sack the manager and whatnot. And you guys came back, and you're famous for coming back. That's what United used to be, the comeback kings. You figure time. You always scored a winner. I remember 99 that you were losing fucking whatever against one of the German sides, and you guys come back right at the end. You should be celebrating that. Oh, we are coming back, but you're not. You're questioning everything now, because you look at your defense and you say your defense is shit. Your defense is bap. You've taken Johnny Evans out of retirement home.
Listen, don't talk shit about Johnny Evans.
We're not saying, me personally, I'm not saying that the players are pop. They're not as bad as what we are seeing. Yeah, we just need to revert back to a mid-block. I think Shiva, Onke, and I once had an episode where Shiva and Onke named the starting 11 for United, and they agreed with me with the mid block. Just revert to that, bruh. It's much safer. It's not gonna win us shit, but we're not going to concede the amount of goals we're conceding. And at least we're gonna be competitive. It's not gonna be a situation where we are now getting slapped, all around. Maybe against low blocks we're gonna struggle.
But I think
But
for Ten Hag, it's too late to try and calm the waters. Because unfortunately, once you in a puddle of water, once you start like touching it once, the wave is already formed. It's way too late for him. So I'll do what Tools was saying. Keep him for the rest of the season. See where you end up. But throughout the from like Jan, then start scouting for a new manager. And
I,
whoever the new manager is going to come in, he already
yeah,
knows that he's coming in the beginning of the
yeah,
season in August, and he will pinpoint, okay, cool. These are my three players that I want, because I think a good starting block in any team is
yeah.
three positions: defense, middle, striker. Once you
Those
have
are the three
three,
positions, Sihle.
but a player
It's
each,
about
like
facial
you get
expression
three players.
finishes
I
me,
get
bruh.
you. I get what you're saying, Siobhan, you asshole.
I
Fuck,
get
I
you,
get
fuck
it.
you,
G.
Shivar.
I get you. Just Siobhan's facial expression finish me, man. But I think is
But
that
yeah,
guy.
so you
Yeah, yeah,
get a manager, and you
yeah,
throughout, like, you get him. He signs a pre-contract in freaking Jan to say that he's going to start, and you don't announce it. And Ten Hag finishes the season, and then you say, hey, farewell, my guy, you did brilliantly and whatnot, and he fucks off, and you get the new manager with his three signings that he's decided on.
yeah. And
And
another,
I think that will
yeah.
be a good start.
Oh, another
I,
thing, just to add in closing, nah, because hey guys, this has been a long episode, nah. I just wanted to say, we
Okay.
also, as United fans, we also need to be mindful that Omar Borada started his role in July. So
Right now.
he's
Yeah.
still relatively new to the role. So I get why Ineos aren't in a hurry to make changes as yet. Because I mean, if you've just arrived in your role, you don't automatically just jump on and make decisions immediately. You have to source out and see where the issues lie.
And
And
unfortunately, right now,
yeah,
in football, a touch is a move whenever it comes to these managers. If they touch the
100%.
manager, do they have an idea as to what type of manager they're going to be getting?
Yeah,
So
and
back to
even
Tool's point, keep him for the rest of
yeah,
the season.
and another
I
thing is that I
honestly,
know.
if you guys keep Ten Hag and get Frank next season, that's not terrible business.
yeah. And I'd like to slightly disagree with you, Sitle, on Frank, how he would deal with the personalities at United. I think one of his biggest attributes is his charisma. And his
Yeah,
teams, his love him, bro. They behind him. And I think besides all his tactical skills and stuff like that, the way he walks out of the tunnel with his team, you can see
yeah,
that these guys are with him. You know what I mean? And I think if he
yeah,
brought that kind of energy to United,
Mm.
it could, give us that extra edge.
yeah,
Because that's something that we've been kind of questioned on. All these guys actually playing for their manager? Are they trying to get him sacked? Da 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 da. You know what I mean? And I think
What what
uh,
what? Yeah.
his personality kind of
He
yeah,
answers
reminds me a little bit of Jurgen.
yeah. And
exactly.
even with media, he's also very good with the
When he
media. Like,
talks, bro, you just want to listen to
unlike our coach, I can't coach man with the media. I at times, bro, you like
With
dog, can they
with
get
Eric,
someone to
with
speak on his
Stick to the
behalf?
plan, guys. Stick to the plan.
with
Yeah,
So
Eric,
yeah,
Eric, the one thing that he does, he's got his premeditated substitutions.
yeah,
It'll be interesting if someone stole his notebook, because I'm pretty sure on his notebook is written 60th minute, take Rashford
yeah,
out and replace him with whomever. It'll be
yeah,
interesting if someone stole that notebook and
mhm,
watch him like run around like a headless chicken that he is.
yeah,
it's
yeah,
before we close off. Can I just
yeah.
ask you and Tulani, are we beating Fenerbahce?
Ooh, are we playing home or away?
Jose
Away.
away. We in Turkey, bro.
Away.
Ooh, and it's
Just need a yes or
Mourinho.
no.
Is that
It's
Joe?
late. A
Like,
yes or
guys,
no.
the guys are not beating Jose.
We're not
Ten
gonna
Hag
beat
is not
Jose.
beating Jose.
We must
Okay,
probably
cool.
draw or lose, bro. Between the two, I don't see us winning. Ish.
I feel like I don't have to ask Cifre's next game. It's against Panathinaikos. You're gonna win it. I feel. What do you
Yeah.
agree? What?
Yes, I
You
agree.
back your
I agree.
team. Oh,
I
okay.
do.
And
No.
Liverpool. Do you think you're gonna beat Leipzig?
Yeah, I do.
I think Liverpool are gonna slap Leipzig, bro.
I think
That's
I think it'll be
I
a good
agree.
game to watch, but I think
yeah,
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 So
I'm
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
confident we can beat them.
Fenerbahce has that Nigerian striker, is it?
Eish. Yeah.
Boniface. No.
No, Boniface is
Osimhen.
never keeps it.
Osimhen, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
no,
they've got
is it
Osimhen.
Osimhen Galatasaray?
I
No,
can't
it's
remember, but I know
Galatasaray, man.
it's a
I
Galatasaray.
think,
I know it's one of the Turkish sides.
It's Galatasaray.
it's
No,
Galatasaray.
but
Yeah,
I think make a trip of it. I don't know. Rashford wants a BBL or something. Like, make a trip of it, man. Come on, have
No.
fun. It's these European excursions are good for you.
Turkey is beautiful this time of year.
Yeah,
and
they
then
don't have the
as a
delights.
collective, as a
No, it's
collective, is Arsenal beating
Yeah.
Shakhtar Donetsk?
Yes, guys, come on. We
I'm
give
done.
them
No, I
so
just
much
need
of
to ask.
stick, but okay.
I just needed to ask. I'm done. It's hot. It's late. I'm done.
Yeah, what's crazy? Yo, because I'm looking at Fenerbahce squad. They've got Saint Maximum, they've got Eden Dzeko, they've got Stingy Fred, they've got Amrabat.
Oh, Fred. Hey, Fred is gonna pray for you guys. But yeah, it should be an interesting game.
Fred Amrabat double pivot. Oh, I'm there for
Hey.
it. I'm there
I'm
for
also-
it.
I want to see United.
I
get
want to see
killed.
what Jose does with those boys.
When is this game? Is it Tuesday or sorry? Is it Thursday or Wednesday?
It'll be Thursday. It'll be
You
Thursday.
did that on
These guys are
purpose.
small
You
leagues.
know when it is.
No, no.
He knows when it
You
is.
know,
You did that on
he knows.
purpose.
This guy,
He knows.
yeah. All right, guys. Thank you. I think we can close it there, gents. Thank you so
Yes,
much
sir.
for availing yourselves. Much appreciated. This was an amazing episode. Very therapeutic. Has helped me
How
get
do
over.
you go to therapy? How do you get therapy because you're winning?
No, therapeutic. That's what I
No,
mean.
like-
As in chilling, talking about.
Why do you go to therapy when you're winning? Come on, like be like Donald Trump and say we're gonna be winning so much, you guys are gonna get tired of winning. That's 10-0 for you.
Yeah. But anyway,
Wow.
guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Help a brother out. This is Easy Sport, and we are out.
We out.
Cheers, guys.
For life.
Hey,
Danke.
whatever.